It's Platt, and today I try a beer from Laos. That's next on Platt's Beer of the Week. So what I have here is called Beerlao. Beerlao is actually not the brewery, it's a line of beer produced by the Lao Brewing Company. The company itself was founded in 1971. Due to economic and political changes in 1975, the brewery was nationalized and stayed that way for a little over a decade or so. Eventually, into the late 80s, things started shifting back to more capitalistic society. Also, they kind of realized, well, we need some foreign investment, some foreign knowledge to come help the brewery. So they started allowing for foreign investment. Today, the brewery is a 50-50 partnership between the Laotian government and Carlsberg Brewing. Besides the Beerlao line of beers, they also produce Carlsberg products to be sold and distributed in the region. They also have their own line of bottled water called Tiger's Head. Beerlao takes a unique approach, or a little different approach on producing beers. Because rice is so plentiful, they use rice in their beer, which is not unusual. Rice is an adjunct used in a lot of beer. Budweiser's a popular example of that. But there's not a lot of local barley or barley malt produced, so they import the barley malt from France and Belgium. And for hops and yeast, they import that from Germany. So this beer at heart is a European beer with a local influence of the local rice. The Lao Beer Company roughly has 99% of the local beer market. Imports are starting to work their way in, but if you go to Laos and ask for a beer, most likely you're getting a Lao Brewing Company product. Before we try the beer, let's check out the stats. All right, what we have here is the Beerlao Lager. Like I said, Beerlao does a line of beer. They also have a gold, a dark, and I believe they also produce a light beer. In the past, they produced other variants, but right now I think they're just sticking with the four main styles. So let's give this lager a try. One quick word of note, these bottles are not 12 ounce, they're 11.2 ounce bottles. Just throw that bit of fact out there. Let's go to the nose. Alright, right off the start, off the note, we got a very light, I wouldn't even say khaki, just a nice little white head, about one finger's worth, plenty of bubbles. Just a little bit of malt on the nose. Kind of reminds me, and I've seen this a lot when I've tried other beers from the region, Korea, Thailand, wherever, is there's usually a base lager produced that's kind of European-ish. Some may have that green bottle skunky funkiness. This is a brown bottle, and I'm not picking that up on the nose, but again, you can see the European lager influence, or I can smell the European lager influence on this. Let's give her a try. That's nice. Fairly lighter bodied. At 134 calories, this is not a light beer per se, but in that kind of lighter lawnmower beer type. Get a little sweetness. I'm not going to say it's a malt sweetness, but the little sweetness on this. The hops is ever so subtle, but this is a very drinkable beer. The carbonation levels right for one of these lighter beers. Overall, pretty decent beer. I can see where it definitely worked with Laos being in Southeast Asia. The heat, the humidity, you're probably not going to want a bigger beer or a darker beer down there. I can see where this works. Definitely would be something if I was a tourist from out of town drinking a beer over there. This is something that wouldn't offend my palate. Overall, decent beer. I don't know if I'd go out of my way to find it again or whatever, but definitely worth trying. Just checking out what they're brewing in other parts of the world. Well, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please subscribe down below. Also, please like the video because it lets YouTube know we're putting out good content. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or suggestions for beers to try, please leave them in the comment section, or you can always contact me on the Twitter page. Till next time, bottoms up.